Record. Okay, and I am also going to share my screen because I put together a PowerPoint so that you guys have the information in front of you. Okay, here we go. Whoops. All right, so Transform 20. We kind of have an idea of what it is, but I want to just go through tonight what exactly Transform 20 is going to be, how we're going to run our Snoop group for it, and then a little bit about how you can promote this and get excited about it for yourself, but then also how you can portray that excitement to others while you're sharing about it on social media and adding people to our Snoop group. So what is Transform 20? Transform 20 is a fitness program created by Shaun T. We all know and love Shaun T, but we need to keep in mind that not all of our people know and love Shaun T. It's been a hot minute since Shaun T came out with a new program. Some of us were actually fearful that he was going to leave Beachbody at some point soon. So if we've got people who only know Beachbody from us, then we have people who might not know Shaun T. I see something in my chat box. Let me make sure. I can't see that. So if it's something important that I need to stop right now, let me know. So it's 20 minutes a day. It is Shaun T style. So not just a physical transformation, but also a mind transformation, which is something that I think is very huge for our challengers. 20 minutes a day, 6 weeks. It's a total body workout without any breaks. So it's not like, you're not going to work out for 3 minutes and then get a 30-second break or anything like that. It's you, Shaun T, and the step. That's all you need for equipment. It says here after 5 minutes, you'll be out of breath. 10 minutes, you'll be sweating. 15, you'll be looking at the clock. And by minute 20, you're going to be like laying on the floor dying. It's going to work every single aspect of your body every single day. It's not going to be like today we work core, tomorrow we work legs, Thursday we work upper body. It's going to be a whole body workout every day. Every day will be a different workout. It's going to be 36 different workouts. There is a bonus edition of workouts. It's actually 2 rounds of workouts that do require weights. So if people ask you if you need weights, you can say to them, you don't need weights for the first 6 weeks, but if you choose to do the bonus workouts, yes, dumbbells are necessary. Oh, there we go. So the workout format, it's a different workout every day, 6 days a week, done in real time with the cast, just like 80-Day Obsession was, which I love and I think our people love as well. It's divided into 3 2-week chapters. The 2-week chapters have names: Commit, Climb, and Conquer. I really love that. I think that when we do our test group, we should have different headers for our group every 2 weeks, kind of revolving around those themes. In each chapter, the moves get harder. So, in the beginning, when you're committing, you're learning the moves, you're getting the basics down of the program, learning how to use that step, maybe get some, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of get used to the moves and just get acclimated to it all because it is something different. But then as we move on to Climb and Conquer, those moves are going to become more complex and we're going to be adding to them. In each chapter, there is also going to be a daily Transformer challenge, which is going to push you physically. And it's kind of a way, if you've done Proving Grounds, it's kind of like at the end of Proving Grounds workouts, they would, have you do like a challenge and then you would compare how you did this week to next week. That's what these Transformer challenges are similar to, from my understanding. So each day there's going to be one and it's going to push you to try to like max out from the day before. There's also going to be daily Shaunformations, which is him speaking life into us, which we all know and love about Shaun T. It's going to help us to get motivated, to get our mind focused, to start thinking about like some of the ways that we maybe put ourselves down or tell ourselves we can't do something. And he's going to try to kind of help us to reform our mind about exercise and nutrition and just everything, change our minds about it so that we believe in ourselves and so that we can stay the course even when maybe we did commit and it was hard and now we're on climb and we're thinking we're not going to be able to make it through the 2 weeks. The nutrition guide is amazing. I am so excited about this because the nutrition guide not only incorporates Portion Fix, but it also goes into detail about how somebody could follow 2B Mindset and do this program, which I think is so exciting because in 2B Mindset, exercise is extra credit. And if you ask me if exercise is extra credit and I'm only being asked to do 20 minutes a day, that's the perfect amount of extra credit for me. Finally, there are going to be behind the scenes videos, kind of like they did with 80 Day Obsession, where each week you get a little sneak peek into what life was like with the cast as they went through this process the first time, how they overcome challenges that they faced while they were doing the program. And then also Sean, just adding his style to everything and inspiring us and helping us to stay committed and keep doing what we got to do in order to be successful. So what's included with Transform 20? So there are 2 prep workouts. The prep workouts are going to be available December 11th to anybody who buys the, what are they calling? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Anybody who buys the VIP access, that's what we're calling. Then there are going to be those 36 unique workouts that everybody will have access to when they have VIP access, or everybody will have access to as of April 1st if they're just a regular Beachbody On Demand customer and they don't choose to purchase VIP access. The 2 prep workouts that they're going to have are going to give people an idea of what the workouts will be like. And it's kind of Sean's way of getting people ready for the program, getting them excited for the program. We're definitely going to incorporate them into our Snoop group because people who order by the 11th will have access to them, and our Snoop group is going to go to the 14th. So that's going to also allow us to have that extra level of excitement and FOMO for people who are still on the fence about whether or not to order after the 11th. So those 36 unique workouts, again, they're 20 minutes. They're done in real time. There's no repeats. There's no breaks. You're in it to win it during that time. The 6 bonus routines can be done anytime in addition to the regular workouts. So something that people started asking for was, 20 minutes may not feel like enough for me, or maybe on my day off, I still want to do something. So they added in 3 ab routines, a recovery routine, and then a glutes routine and another cardio routine. And they're all 10 to 20 minutes long. So if someone feels like they really want to stick to the 30 to 40 minute workouts that they've been doing, then they can add one of those on. There's also those 6 bonus weighted workouts that I was telling you about that people might want to incorporate after they complete the program. These are full body workouts that utilize dumbbells. So they're going to take what we've been doing for the 6 weeks and they're going to kind of step it up a notch and really impact the muscle tone and the cut and everything that people would see if they add those on, kind of intensify their results from the program. The Transformers, each workout has that Transform physical challenge that I was telling you about a few minutes ago. They're only 1 minute, but there's 3 of them in every single workout, and they repeat weekly. So you can kind of see this week, this is how I performed each day. Next week, this is how I'm performing each day. The cool thing about this is that it's slightly different from Proving Grounds. In Proving Grounds, you did that physical challenge once a week, and then the next week you did it again to see how you progressed. This time, you're going to do them every day for a week. So you might even see progression from like Monday to Thursday, and then you'll do them again the next week to see even more progression. So you're going to see like the small stuff happening every day, and then you're going to see the big jumps happening from week to week with those Transformers. So who needs Transform 20? This is something that we ask all the time when we have new programs coming out, because we want to know who to talk to when we're talking about the new program, right? So Transform 20 is kind of a sweet spot. This is for people who maybe don't have a lot of time to commit, which I think so many of us can relate to. So many of us got into Beachbody or started working out at home because we don't have time to travel 10 minutes to the gym and then hope a treadmill is open. And if it's not open, try to figure out something else to do. Or so many of us started with with Beachbody because, you know, a 6 o'clock step class or kickboxing class is really fun. Like, it's my jam. I want to be there, but 6 o'clock in the evening is not necessarily a good time for me to not be home. I also used to have the problem where I lived 30 minutes from where I worked. So my gym was where I worked because I could go right after work. But if the class didn't start until 5 o'clock, that meant I was just hanging out in this town that I don't live in for 2 hours before my class started. And then after the class ended at 6 o'clock, I had a 30-minute drive home. That's fine when I'm 21 or 22 and I have nothing to do in the evenings, but when I'm 30 and I have 2 small children, that's not something I can do. So the reason why I'm sharing this is not because you need to know why I joined Beachbody or why I have no time. It's because these are some of the things you could be sharing with people when you're sharing that this is for someone who doesn't have a lot of time to commit to working out. Like, who has 60 minutes a day to be at the gym? I don't know very many people who do. So each day's workout is just 20 minutes. The entire program is 6 days a week, so you get that one rest day. Every minute it counts because it is only 20 minutes. So you are absolutely working every single second of this workout, but it's 20 minutes. Those people who need motivation and accountability to stick with a program. Shaun T is like creme de la creme of motivators. Like, I don't know another trainer that we have who is as motivating or inspiring as him. I think we have some that are aspiring to be like him, but I don't think anybody's there right now. Transform 20 is not just about the physical, it's also about pushing yourself into the right mindset. So you're not just elevating your fitness, you're also elevating your mental health, which is huge, and it's really going to help people stick to the program. Not to mention, we're giving them the dry erase calendar so that they're motivated. They can use it over and over and over again. We're giving them that nutrition guide that not only teaches them how to use the portion control containers, but also teaches them how to use Chubby Mindset. It's just, we're just setting them up for so much success. I am super, super excited about what all comes in the package for Transform 20. Excuse me for a second. What, honey?
Can you give me some water?
Daddy will. So sorry. My soon-to-be 5-year-old seems to think that I'm the only one that can get him water. Other people who might be interested in this. I have people say to me all the time that they're afraid of weights. They don't want to bulk up. Well, here we go. This is a program that doesn't use weights. We know that weights are not going to cause someone to bulk up, particularly women. Women usually are the ones that are concerned about this. I've actually had women say to me, "What program are you doing?" And I tell them, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't do weights." And I'm like, okay, do I look bulky? I don't think so. But this is definitely for someone who maybe is ready to step it up a notch from like Country Heat, or, you know, a program that they've been doing that they like Size or something like that, that's purely cardio, and they don't like weights. Carson, go to daddy. Okay, hang on one second. I'm sorry. You want water that I have? Okay. I'm so sorry. So this is a program that's going to get them similar results to what a weighted program would, because I think a lot of people want the look of a strength training workout, but they want their body to look cut and toned like that, but they're afraid of weights because they have this association with weights and bulking. So this program is going to get them that. It's going to work the upper body. It's going to work the legs. It's going to work the core. It's going to give them the booty, because stepping up all the time is really going to work that booty. The step is really where it's at. And I think a lot of people who enjoy step classes at the gym or aerobics classes at the gym are going to be interested in this. I do want to make sure people understand this is not a typical step aerobic workout program. There's definitely going to be some moves like that, but there's also going to be push-ups and things like that involved as well. So this is definitely for someone who likes that exciting, upbeat, fast-paced, high-energy workout, but maybe it doesn't have time to go to the class, or the class is on the night that their kid has softball or something. It's also for people who want to lose weight, a significant amount of weight in a short amount of time. So if you have someone who's done 21 Day Fix a couple times and they've had a lot of success with that, this might be a step up for them. If they commit to the nutrition plan and the workouts, they're going to have amazing results in 6 weeks. And we're going to show them that with transformation pictures in our Snoop group. If you guys have taken any time to look at transformation pictures, then you probably know that as well. So our Snoop group is called Rise Up. And then I put G+G in parentheses because I wanted to make sure that we know which one is ours when we're looking at it. But there's a couple things I want to make sure that you guys understand about the Snoop group. So it's officially starting tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the welcome post. I'm going to share a video. I'm going to actually show you the video at the end of this PowerPoint, and it's going to run until December 14th. I didn't want to run it for too long because I don't want it to be something that people start to just tune out. But I wanted to make sure that we ran it long enough to make sure that people really have an understanding of what the program is, and that we give them time to see different results and hear different testimonies and things like that. I also want to take this opportunity to share with them a little bit about a challenge group and things like that, just like we did with our Friendsgiving group. I think that's really important to talk about the fact that it's not just the program that is life-changing, it's the community that's life-changing. Every morning, I plan to have some type of content post. Most of them are going to be informational about the program itself, or about, something cool and motivational from Shaun T or that kind of thing. And then every evening, there's going to be a transformation. Don't be surprised if I reach out to you and ask if you might be willing to type up your Shakeology transformation or testimony or something like that to be shared in the group. The point of the group is this is not a group for us to actually work the program in. He's out there. He wants water. This group is specifically to inform people of what the program is and to get them excited about it. It's going to be very similar to our 2B Mindset group when we ran that. As people order, we're going to shout them out to create FOMO. We want to make sure we're actually going to use this graphic that says I'm in the official test group, because they're going to be in our test group even if they don't sign up to be in Shaun T's test group. So we are going to give away a box of Beach Bars, just like we did when we did our 2B Mindset group. So if you don't remember that, we did, I gave away one box of Beach Bars to one person who ordered, I think, the day of the launch, or within 48 hours of the launch. This is going to be a giveaway to one person who orders before December 14th, so before the end of our group. People can start ordering on December 4th. 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 4th is or 12 a.m. actually, I should say. It's midnight. So that's going to be the official time that we can start sending invoices. Most of us aren't going to be awake at that time, but now you know. You can start adding people now. I'm going to give you the link to the group as soon as we are done with this call tonight. The first post is going to go live tomorrow. The workout will not be available until January 14th. So I've had a lot of people say, well, why should we have them order now then? So this is what I want to kind of address before I move on to talk about anything else about the program. Why have people order now? Well, for starters, there's a concern that we could run out of steps. That's why one of the promos last month for coaches was if you hit success or even have one successful point, you get to order the step early because they may run out and it may end up on back order. Another aspect of this is December 11th, there are going to be 2 workouts that are going to be available, and people will have access to them immediately on December 11th if they have purchased before then. VIP access is also pretty cool, so we can really talk that up. Like, VIP access is something special. It also gives them access to Shanti's official exclusive test group, but it gives them access to our test group, and it puts them into the drawing for that free box of Beach Bars. So there's a couple things there that you can use if somebody kind of pushes back on, why do I need to order now? I'm not even going to have access to the workouts for a month. So there's that. Our test group is going to start January 7th, which is my birthday. But it's going to start January 7th so that we can have a prep week before January 14th when the workouts will be available. So our official test group will run from January 7th to February 23rd. And I know that most people who don't have VIP access will not have access to the workouts until April 1st, which is a long time away. So we can decide toward the end of February if we want to go ahead and just host another 6 weeks of this and do it again, or if we want to kind of do something else. We can just see how the group's going and make that decision together as a team. Everyone will take turns posting. We're going to use the challenge group content once it's released. It has not been released yet. I keep looking for it in everywhere online. Can't find it. So we'll set it up so that everyone has a piece in this, so that no one is feeling like they have to do everything. There will be a morning workout check-in. There will be a content post, and then we need to decide as a team. We can vote on this. I'll just throw a poll up in our team page if we want to do an evening check-in or a weekly check-in. So we can kind of decide what we think works better. It may be better in this case to do an evening check-in because we've got those daily transformations. So people could be sharing their daily transformation results every day, and then sharing, like, from yesterday I did this, 3 days ago I did this, and then now I got 5 more done during the time frame or something like that. And last but not least, probably most important, we're doing it together. This is going to be a team-wide official test group for us to do together, which is always a lot of fun, in my opinion. So here are some things that I've created for you or found and just put in this document for you so that you have access to them. I'm really going to talk about, I'm really going to play this up. I'm only inviting 10 people to be in my exclusive test group so that I can hold their hand and do this with them. So excited about this. Who wants to pre-order? And then you have a couple options. I made some Google Forms for you, or you are welcome to use what Beachbody made. Whoops. Sorry, the chat box has popped up here for some reason. Can you guys see this down here? I don't know how to get the chat box to go away. Let me try to move. There we go. Okay. So this is what Beachbody created for us. This is, to me, it's a little confusing, but you put the person's name here, you put their contact information here, and then you put down which thing they're going to be ordering, and then you can mark off, you sent the order link, you followed up with them, they actually followed through and placed their order. So this is like a tracking system for you to use for people who are going to pre-order. And talk about that. Talk about the fact that you need to pre-order because there's a chance that we're going to run out of steps, and then you won't have your step when everybody else has their step. And we all want our steps. Just talk it up a lot. And then down here, they've also given you some more bundle information. But again, to me, this is very confusing. So what I did is I took that, and I turned it into Google Forms, because you know me, I love me some Google Forms. So I created a Google form for those who already have Beachbody On Demand, and then I created a Google form for those who do not already have Beachbody On Demand. If you want to use the Google Forms, you need to open them and make a copy and then save it to your Google Drive so that everybody who's entering their information in the Google form is not popping up in this one. You want them to just be in yours. So I'll give you an idea of what the Google form looks like by showing it to you. So this is, you could easily just send this to people. You could even have it, you know, Christy and Megan are really good about having a Google form or some type of form for people to fill out in the first comment of their posts. You don't want to put the Google form in your post itself because it ends up causing the post to get less traction, less eyes on it. But if you put it in the first comment, you can always say to people, check out the first comment, fill it out if you think you want to pre-order. So it's essentially asking for the same information. It's getting their email address. It's getting, again, it reminds them that this form assumes you don't have Beachbody On Demand. So then it's getting all their contact information. If they are working with a coach, we obviously don't want to steal them. So that's why we ask who your team Beachbody coach is. Where are you? We need to know in order to know how to fix their cart. Well, then it's not going to let me show you everything because let me see if I can show it to you in my, yes, I can. Okay. So I'll show it to you in my edited version. So it's going to ask what kind of order they want, if they want to sign up as a discount coach, if they want to be a customer. If then it gives them the idea of what the different packages are, and there are graphics to show them what the packages are. Because again, I started to feel like it was getting really confusing what the packages were. But it also, you know how we had that national wake-up call months ago about asking people if they wanted to add things on, and how some of us felt really uncomfortable doing that. So what I did is I just actually added that to the Google form. So they can actually put on there whether or not they want to add Recover, or whether or not they want to add beach bars or something like that to their thing. And we don't have to have that weird, icky conversation that we're all uncomfortable with, because the form is going to have it for us. It also asks if they want to add on the 3-day refresh. I like the form personally, but you use what you want to use. If you like what Beachbody created for us, then you use what Beachbody created for us. I also shared in here the product toolkit. So this is pretty much where I've been getting a lot of my information from. It's not wonderful. I was saying to some of the girls earlier, it feels like we haven't really been given as much for this launch as we were, like 80-day obsession and things like that. But there is some good stuff in this product toolkit, and it's really just going to take you to the Beachbody website and give you some videos that you can share. Well, it's going to make me sign in, but it's going to give you videos that you can share. It's going to give you graphics you can use. It's going to give you information about the program itself. It's not going to let me show it to you super easy, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. What I do want to show you is on the next page. This is, I don't love the first video that they put out because it talks a lot about how hard the program is, which I think can kind of be a deterrent to people. But I really like this video they put out. So I made sure to share the Vimeo link so that you all have access to it and you're able to share it. I love Vimeo because on YouTube, sometimes we share stuff and then it ends up like popping up like, why not to drink Shakeology ends up popping up on their newsfeed too. So this is a way to kind of make sure they're only seeing what we want them to see. So I wanted to take a few minutes to show you this video in case you haven't seen it yet, and watch it together. And then if there's any questions or brainstorm ideas or something I missed, something that you feel like you need more information on, just let me know.
your mind, transform your life. You have to expect the unexpected if you commit. You go to another place. Just keep saying yes. This is your time. Are you going to step in front of the mirror and say, I'm ready to transform?
I'm going to stop sharing my screen and open it up to sections and kind of go through the chat to see if I've missed anything.
Conquer your mind and your body will win.
Sorry.
We got work to do. Transform 20 is
A hot mess tonight. Time, haven't read his book. His story is amazing. So yeah, people are saying that Shanti's book is really, really good. Oh, that's a good idea. Christy's actually going to read the book while we do the program. Okay, so Lindsay actually asked if we could share in the team page how people are inviting to the Snoop group. I think that's a really good idea. Maybe even share what you're sending to people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the team call, and I'm going to share the link to the slides in the comments, and then maybe in the comments underneath kind of say, Christy's rolling her eyes at me. I'm gonna have people just share in the comments. Oh, you're rolling them at Megan. Okay. Put in the comments how you're inviting people. So I posted something in my Instagram stories. It was super quick and thrown together because I realized I hadn't shared much in my stories a couple days ago because I've just been struggling with working out. So I haven't had as much to share, I don't feel like. So I real quick just shared some transformation pictures in there and posted a poll. And 3 people responded to the poll saying they wanted to be in the group. So I've got 3 people to put in the informational group, the Snoop group. And then I had someone reach out to me saying that they are going to cancel their gym membership and they wanted to know what the prices are for me because they think that's what they need to do. They just don't have time to go to the gym. And I said, instead of me just answering your questions and giving you price information, can I add you to my Transform 20 Snoop group? Because if time is really the issue, I think this would be a good program for you. So she's going to get all the information from there. Yes, I'm going to share the slides with you. The forms are in the slides. Make sure that you make a copy of the forms before you use them. Other than that, are there any questions? Did I miss anything? Do you want to hear more of my ideas on anything? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask or throw it up in the chat.
I may have missed this. The workouts are 7 days a week?
6.
6
days a week. There's one rest day, and one of the bonus workouts that he created is like a recovery day workout if people wanted to do it.
So since I've never done a Shanti program, what's something that I can be doing to share with others? I'm going to do that calendar we posted that starts tomorrow to gear up for it, but I'm like, I barely know anything about Shanti.
So definitely Megan's going to get the Meet the Trainer album up and running. Definitely look in there to learn some things about him. I would follow him on Instagram. He's just a really cool person. Just like a really good person. He and his partner have had 2 twins, and it's just amazing to watch them parent them. And he believes in people and he speaks life into people. He clearly has overcome so much and knows what goes on in people's heads and in their hearts when they doubt themselves. And so he knows exactly what to say, and it's almost like he knows when to say it. some of his videos, like while you're doing the workouts, he's going to say things that are going to resonate with you. Like sometimes when I'm doing a Shaun T workout, I have to pause it and open up the notes section of my phone and type out what he just said, because I don't want to lose it and I want to be able to use it in the post later. Or like I recently shared something that he said in a workout while I was doing it, and everyone was like, oh, is that Autumn? And I was like, God, no, Autumn doesn't talk like that. I don't know how they got Autumn out of it. But it was something that he said that just really resonated with me. It was something about like not necessarily worrying about where you're going, just focusing on where you are and getting through the next moment. And right now for me, that's what I needed to hear. So just, yeah, follow him on Instagram. Look at some of the things that he's talking about and saying, and while you're doing his workouts, don't be afraid to hit pause and write down what you're feeling, what you're thinking. This would be a fantastic program to journal through. A lot of people did that with Shift Shop. They would do the program and then they would journal it, which I think Chris is definitely leaning toward being the motivational, inspiring speaker like Shaun T is. So if you like Chris, you're probably going to be in love with Shaun T. You might want to talk about that too. Like if you have people who really loved Shift Shop or really think Chris is the bomb, they're going to think Shaun T is the bomb. Like to me, Chris is maybe going to grow up and be like Shaun T one day, but Shaun T is freaking amazing. So that's something to think about too. I definitely would do that actually. Like I had someone who in the test group with me, every day she got just a plain piece of copy paper and she wrote whatever day it was really big, like a big number 1 or a big number 20, whatever day it was. And then all around that number, she wrote like things that he said that resonated with her, things that she was feeling, things that she worked through in her mind while she was doing the workout, challenges she had that she overcame, or things that just really sucked and she needed to get it out of her chest. She did that. And at the time, she actually posted them on the wall in front of her every day. So by the end of the program, she had 42 up there because we did it for 2 rounds. And it was really cool to see all of these things in her workout space in front of her, and for her to be able to go back and reflect, like, this is round 2, day 2 of round 2. This is how I feel today. This is how I felt on day 2 of round 1, kind of thing. Yeah, Megan's saying that trust and believe. She wrote that on her vanity a year ago and she's never erased it. It's kind of hard to explain, but we could have a testimonial section in the team page. That's a good idea too.
And then people who haven't done a program like Lindsay, then you could like share, just like Shakeology and stuff.
Share somebody else's, yeah. So what I can do is I made a Transform 20 album in the team page. I can add a graphic that says testimonials, and then people can just comment their testimonial. So they're all in one place without us constantly, having them bump around inside our news feed. And then what I'll also do is create a quick graphic that just says Snoop group invites, and we can put them there too instead of putting them here. That way, or just putting them, underneath the team call. And I can put the team call in the album too. That way everything's right there streamlined for people who weren't on the call tonight, or people who want to watch again or go through the slides again. It's a really good idea. All right. Is there anyone else? Shaun T is also like the OG. Like Beachbody's been around a while and Shaun's been around for the majority of it. So that's kind of cool too. Like this is someone who has grown along with the company, and he's just amazing. Like I remember doing hip hop abs and now to think like how far he's come from hip hop abs, it's pretty cool. All right, if there is nothing else, no other questions or anything like that, I'm going to stop recording.